If we're thinking about offering heavy discounted treatments, clients will then utilise that and book and book and book.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
I contacted a client's GP out of concern after noticing a change in their mood, but I didn't tell the client. The GP followed up and now the client is upset with me. Boundaries between clients and therapists can be quite complex. Hello everyone and welcome to the Massage Therapist Q&A series by Massage Warehouse. My name is Bethany Jane Wynne and I'm an advanced clinical massage therapist based in London, and I will be your host for this series. Let's dive straight in. Question number 1. How many clients should we be massaging in a day before it feels like too much? This is a fantastic question to kick off this Q&A series. Now, there's lots of things to consider here. If you were working 5 to 6 days a week and offering 6 hours or 6 massages, then you would start to probably feel that toll within your body. This would be compared to if you were only working 1 day offering 6 clients. A good thing to point out here is clients will be able to tell if you're really fatigued. The wear and tear and toll that a really busy clinical week takes on the therapist's body is something that shows up within your work. I suppose another thing to really note here is your breaks. Are you giving yourself enough time to have outside the clinic for fresh air, for food, your lunch, your dinner break? Time out is crucial to make sure that you've got enough energy within yourself to give back to your clients. If you're offering 6 one-hour treatments, but it's back to back with 0 breaks, then it might be time to consider looking at your clinical hours and wondering whether you reduce the amount of offerings that you give to clients to make sure that you're giving that time to yourself. In a blog that was released by Massage Warehouse, there was a discussion around how many clients we should be seeing within a clinical working day. And it averaged out around 5, and this was on the basis that in between each session was a 20-minute break. This was enough time to clean down the space and give yourself time for bathroom breaks, water, snacks, whatever it would be that you would need for yourself. This was also factoring in a 1-hour lunch break. That's giving you time to get yourself outdoors, get yourself some really nutritious food, and allow a bit of downtime before the rest of your working day. If you're doing 6 back-to-back 90 to 120-minute treatments within a day, then that is quite a lot on your body. That's quite a lot on your time. So if you're going to be offering longer treatments, it might be worth looking at reducing the amount of treatments you have available to book, so that you're making sure that you've got time for yourself. Question 2. How should I handle discounts for regular clients? Should I offer a discount after a certain number of sessions? This is such a good question, particularly for those who are new massage therapists starting out in the massage therapy world. I remember opening my clinical practice back in 2022, and pricing was a really hard topic for me. I really struggled to work out what would work for my clients, and depending on how long the treatment was and what I would charge for it. Nikki Wolf wrote a really interesting blog that was published on Massage Warehouse that actually identified some problems around offering discounts. And one of her top tips was this: that if we're thinking about offering heavy discounted treatments, clients will then utilise that and book and book and book.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
So you're actually putting yourself at risk of burnout, but financially you're not actually earning that much. Think of all your outgoings, your massage mediums, your towels, your pillows, your bolsters, your massage couch, your rent. It won't cover the amount of outgoings that you have if you're constantly offering a discounted treatment. And without us realizing, really, we are devaluing the work that we're doing. particularly if we're constantly offering discounted treatments. Clients will then start to expect that this is the amount that they will pay for that treatment, and therefore will only really show up for when it's discounted. Now, this is not to say that discounts can't work. We could simply change the language around it, or be really clever with the timings in which we offer discounts. For example, we could build in a client membership, or a client package, or a one-off summer sale, or get this for a limited time only. That's when you're really highlighting a package that's specific to clients' needs, which might be a little bit discounted in price, but it's really highlighting when it is and what it is for. You could look at things like loyalty schemes or refer a friend. All of these little incentives is that idea of giving something back to the client, but also making sure that you are knowing your worth. And don't just be always giving your work away for free. Question 3. I want to raise my prices. I've moved into a new therapy space and I'm getting clients, but I fear I've underpriced myself. I didn't do market research and I'm nervous about losing clients. Now, I completely understand this. We've all been in that situation where we are thinking about upping our prices, but we're really worried that we'll lose loyal clients. And I think a lot of massage therapists have really wrestled with this, particularly around the cost of living. When things go up in prices, such as our rent and other things that we need for our business, it can be really, really expensive to be self-employed. I think one thing that comes to mind straight away for this question would be to not be afraid about putting your prices up, but also honour your loyal clients. One thing that I did particularly in my clinic, and I know a few therapists out there that I've had conversations with have done this also, is that idea of notifying the clients that you're putting your prices up. So my regulars might have received a newsletter or maybe a note within clinic or a conversation. Look, I'm going to put my prices up this date, and set a date maybe for 3-4 months time, so that they have been given a notice in advance that your prices are going to be put up. But you're going to stay loyal to them and give them the current price for an extended period of time, but know that the price will go up in the future. But in the meantime, on your website or on your booking system or whatever you use to book your clients in, raise your prices so that anyone new coming into your clinic will be seen for the new prices that you have set. This way we are valuing our regular clients, but also moving forward with a price increase. And when it comes to market research, you can look at things like other practitioners within the area, their credentials, what they're offering, what their packages are, and then work out something that's niche within your business and what works for you and your clients. Question 4. Menopause is really affecting my work. I'm exhausted. Even after raising prices and reducing days, it's leaving me feeling drained. Anyone else going through this? Well, first of all, thank you so much for sharing your concerns within your clinical practice. For everyone watching, I'm sure we're all nodding our heads and understanding that this is incredibly important to talk about, but also something that we need to address within the bodywork profession.
Okay, this is ridiculous. We need to talk about the elephant in the room.
I think many of us will agree that already this person has taken immense steps to prioritise themselves within their business. Things like reducing days, upping prices to make sure that because of the reduction in days you're still earning enough, looking at your clinical week to make sure that you're doing enough for yourself within that week and not just constantly giving is a really, really crucial first step. So massive well done on that. I actually think it takes great courage to step back and reduce the amount of hours, particularly in our profession where it's very giving and we always want to meet clients and welcoming clients and build our clinical diary. I think it takes great courage to identify that working long hours all the time isn't sustainable. Back in 2024, the hands-free massage training group shared some fantastic tips with Massage Warehouse around how we can support ourselves and our body within our clinic. Some of these ideas were around self-care for ourselves. Often we give a lot of self-care advice to our clients, but what are we doing for ourselves? Things like breath work, movement that makes us feel good, and being outdoors could be three things that we often say to other people, but we're not necessarily bringing into our diary. Your working environment. Could there be adjustments made to meet you better? Things like adjusting the space, giving yourself more space, adjusting the lighting, the scents that you use, the temperature, all of those things adding up to not only supporting our clients, but also yourself as the therapist. Another thing that we can explore here is using hands-free techniques, or the potential of doing remote work so that we're working with clients one-on-one, maybe over Zoom or online, giving them self-care that they can do from home. I think a huge thing to take away from this question in particular is making sure that we have a self-care routine that works for us. So if it's reducing the amount of work that we're doing to make sure that we've got enough time in the day for us, then brilliant. If it's making sure we're up to date with our nutrition, our movement that makes us feel good, our sleep, the things that make us feel really grounded and rooted before we come into work, reading, journaling, whatever it is for you, tune into that and make sure that you're giving that to yourself before you show up for your client. And if anyone else has top tips that's worked for them with their menopausal symptoms, please do put it in the description below. Question 5. I contacted a client's GP out of concern after noticing a change in their mood, but I didn't tell the client. The GP followed up and now the client is upset with me. Now I'm second guessing myself, have I overstepped? This is such an important topic and it often comes up a lot within conversations between fellow massage therapists. Now, if we are incredibly concerned about a client's well-being, contacting Samaritans at 116123 or contacting 999, depending on the severity of the situation, is within your rights as a massage therapist to keep that client safe. Boundaries between clients and therapists can be quite complex, particularly when we are doing consultation forms that allow us to dig deeper into why they might be experiencing their physical pain. However, understanding that it's not within your remit to diagnose or fully understand or fix something that is within their mental health is important in these scenarios, and asking for external help can be really beneficial. Me personally, in my clinic, I have a list of trusted practitioners so that if I was concerned about a client or I believe there was something else that could support them that is not within my remit, such as a nutritionist, physio, osteo, mental health support, whatever it may be, I've reached out within my community to understand who is out there that I can refer my clients onto or pass that information on to my client if they wish to go and seek further support. As massage therapists, we cannot diagnose or begin to fix or understand somebody's mental health. However, we can hold space so that they know that we are a trusted space, that we are listening, and that we care. Therefore, having a trusted list of practitioners that you can reach out to, or explaining to the client that you are concerned about them and that they should reach out for further support, is working within your clinical boundaries and being completely transparent with the client. If we are super concerned about our clients and maybe they haven't reached out for further support and you are seeing a decline, raising an alarm is within your power to do so if you are concerned about that client. At the end of the day, their care, their safety is absolutely paramount. Question 6. How do you handle bookings and no-shows? I don't currently ask for deposits, but I'm thinking it might be time. It's frustrating when people just don't show up. Susan Finley, a fantastic massage therapist and teacher, wrote a blog in the recent years and published it on Massage Warehouse's website, where she discusses some of the ways in which we can work around this client no-show deposit situation. One of them is preempting issues. So if a client is traveling to you, making sure that they understand that there might be delays within travel, understanding how to get into your building, if there's a system, if there's parking issues, issues, things like that. Having that within your website or booking confirmation or sending an email so that you can preempt any issues ahead of time can be super helpful. Another thing here is already taking the payment ahead of time, which is something I do within my clinic. When a client books in with me, I will either raise them an invoice, or if they've booked through my website, they will be charged straight away. Therefore, they will understand within my terms and conditions that if they don't let me know that they're going to have to cancel within 48 hours, they may not receive their money back to cover the cost of the empty appointment. I also work on a client-to-client basis, so if somebody's had to cancel due to extenuating circumstances, I will then work with that client to understand how we can then support them going forward. I'm also recognising I have a loyal client base and that sometimes these things can't be helped, but also understanding I have a business to run and things to pay for. Another thing that Susan mentions as well is making sure you're really clear with your clients about the policy around the no-shows or cancelling within a certain time period. So understanding for your business here now whether you will charge someone if they cancel within 24 hours of their appointment or 48 hours, and having that copy within your booking confirmation, within your website, within your terms and conditions, so that if a client calls your clinic or books through, they understand your terms and conditions as your business for no-shows or cancellations last minute. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Massage Therapist Q&A series brought to you from Massage Warehouse. We would love to hear your thoughts, questions or experiences within the description below, and if you have any questions that you would like answered on the next series, make sure to jot them in the comments below and we will make sure to answer them. We are building a supportive, growing therapist community online and we'd love for you to be a part of it. So be sure to check out the link in our description to see how you can follow on the journey. And until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and each other.